Hello, welcome City Heroes Video Tours. At the moment, we are working on a character here that is still missing reject badge number 4, and we're doing it in the Architect on ticket mode. That's right, ticket mode. Yeah. To do this, you need an attack drone, which is currently working off camera, smashing enemies on a nice big map. This is the Troll Cave map, and it is maxed up with enemies. I didn't make the map, it's someone else's map, but it is useful for what we're doing here. So again, we're doing this in Architect ticket mode for rewards, which means tickets are climbing. Even as we speak, you might have just seen the number move up. So here's a few things to know. The ticket cap you can get in an AE mission is 1,500 tickets. 1,500. And a lot of people think, oh, now I gotta reset the mission. No, you don't. Quit the team, have your drone re-invite you to the team, come back in, and you get more tickets. And it's been that way since live. Since live. So it is WAI, I've already looked into that. So I've already gone out and back in once and gotten back into the mission, so I'm gaining tickets after having capped at 1,500. When this character caps at 3,000, same thing. Come back in, you'll get another 1,500 to 4,500, and then repeat process to get up to 6,000 tickets. Now that's a nice round number, because I will then go to the ticket vendor, and I will then go to the bronze recipe reward roll chart, and I will then use my tickets for that. There's 60 tickets per roll on that. 60 into 6,000 is 100. But I won't get recipes, but I will get ticks on the badge. So that's 100 ticks on the badge from the vendor. Then reset the whole thing and start again. Somewhat tedious, but it does work. It's just reject badge number 4 is one where it takes a bit of time, and because of the requirements, and because when you start rejecting recipes, I swear the recipe drop rate just gets low than what it would be as if you were not rejecting them. But that's just a perception issue. I could be wrong about that. Now, my character does not reject the purple or the PvP recipes because no, those are rare as is, and those are good as gold. So I never reject those, and I happily craft them and store them or sell them as needed. So that's how you do it with this. So for right now, I'm just working on tickets, absorbing tickets, ticket numbers climbing. This is not what I would call a fast process, obviously, but hey, this is better than just grinding through mission after mission after mission after mission after trial after task force after task force after task force. So yeah. So there are benefits to it. Also, redeeming the tickets like that would also work for the inspiration reject badges, but I've already got those maxed up and taken care of. Those badges tend to fill up a lot quicker than the recipe reject ones do, which is good. Otherwise, the only other thing you need tickets for would be 1,500 tickets to get a badge from the AE vendor for getting and spending tickets. Yeah. Architect tickets cannot be transferred from one character to another. They cannot be emailed to your global like some other items can. Your character gets them and they're stuck with them until they can spend them all. So you gotta make sure you have the right amount to go spend at the vendor to bring yourself down to 0 tickets, so you're not carrying tickets with you all the time because you can't do anything with. See? Can't get rid of them. That is something I wish Homecoming would make a slight adjustment to and let us either right-click and delete or consolidate them into a super ticket like you can with Transcendent Merits and Emp Merits, and then email it to yourself. Frankly, if they just make them deletable, that would be just fine by me. So all in all, doing quite well. Now, great, just jumped above 2,000 tickets. Hallelujah. Once it gets to 3,000 is when I can make the switch out of the mission and come back in. While my drone continues to work off camera. Yes. Why is my drone off camera? Because it doesn't need to be on camera. There's no need for that. I do enjoy having my drone accounts be as safely as anonymous as is possible. Lends to a certain level of privacy. Because every now and then you come across a player who's got too much time on their hands and is too overly concerned about what other people do in the game. And those are the players that need to sit back and do a reevaluation of why they're playing the game and what they're playing it for. Because that's just taking the game perhaps a tad too seriously. Like case in point, the new city badge tracker in Pocket D, it's been somewhat debugged. It is working better than it was, and someone was complaining earlier that they're not on the top 100 leaderboard list on there. The thing only shows the 100 players, but it still shows the number of everyone that's registered their character into it. And they're crying that they're not on the leaderboard when they've only got about 700 badges. Well, you want to get on the leaderboard, you need a few more badges than that. And then he started crying foul that all 25 of my badges were in there. I'm like, so what? That's not taking up the whole board. There's lots of other people with their characters in there that are taking up the leaderboard, so hey. Can't put the blame for that on me. Of course, they didn't see that way, they just wanted to cry. It's like, oh, whatever, let them cry. But that's an example of someone with perhaps too much time on their hands and that they're just not playing the game perhaps in the most efficient way they could. And they just want to sit and gripe. What can you do, huh? I tell you. But again, the method for this, you get 1,500 tickets, you quit off the team or get kicked from the team, then get reinvited. Come back into the AE, and you're still going to get tickets again, so that's a good thing. And then from there, you go to the vendor bronze recipe reward roll. 60 tickets each at 6,000 tickets. That's 100 ticks on the badge. Can work out real well. Yep, everything's going well. Still got ways to go here. almost at the point where I'll have to quit out and rejoin. Okay, I'm at the cap. So, moment please. Take a quick pause, be right back. Okay, I'm back in. So we capped up at 3,000, and as you can see, it's already on the rise again. So, doing good. Okay, we're back. I had a little bit of a pause there because I figured I'd spare you the fun of watching me rack up the 6,000 tickets that I mentioned that we would be needing. So here they are. 6,000 tickets. And yes, the word fun is in air quotes. Also, take a look here at how many I've got on the reject progress right now. 702. Yeah, it was less than that when I started this because you can still get some ticks while in the AE mission, but they're few and far between. Even though this is set for ticket mode, it can still give you some reject ticks along the way for recipes and inspiration, so go fig. So here we are at the vendor. I got 6,000 here. We want the reward rolls. We want bronze. And we are going to go down to the low level of 60. Doesn't matter which of these I use. They're each 60, and that's what we want. So 6,060, that's 100 ticks, right? Okay. Now, I'm not expecting you to believe me, but watch with your own eyes. 702. And if you watch the blue bar, you just might be seeing it move. $802, 100 ticks. So, 2 more runs through the AE, and I should be good to go. Recipe reject badge 4 will be out of my way. Then I can turn recipes back on, so that way I can rack up recipes to sell to rack up more cash. Works out rather nicely. So again, you get 1,500 tickets, you're at the cap. Quit out of the team, get reinvited back in, and you'll get more tickets. Get another 1,500, you're capped at 3,000. Quit out, go back in. Get up to 4,500 tickets, and you're back at the cap. Quit out, go back in, and get up to 6,000 tickets, and you're capped. And you want to do this on a Fire Farm map that's got a really big map like the Troll Caves. The Troll Caves. The Atta map. That's the one you want to do it on. And then come on up to the vendor and spend all 6,000 tickets. And why 6,000? Well, it's a nice even 100. And also, look at that. No tickets left. See? Always nice to go back to 0 tickets. All right, so that's how you can farm out the recipe reject badges here in City Heroes Homecoming. May not be the fastest way, but it is faster than just grinding out mission after mission after mission after mission after mission after mission. So, up to you what you do. In any event, that's going to be a cut and a print and a wrap on this. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe as always. And as always, turn your computer off, go outside and play. I'll see you on the next one.